Having female friendships nearly destroyed me. I grew up probably having more close female friends than I did men. The problem was, I was always secretly in love with them. One after another. We were friends and, I'd go around, I'd spend all that time with them, but if I was honest with myself, I always was secretly interested, always secretly wanted more, but was never brave enough to say that. And because of that, what am I communicating to myself? You are not enough. You have to bury down what you actually think and feel because you don't want to ruin the friendship. You don't want to make her feel uncomfortable or weird or awkward. So, shh, shh, shh. This is okay. And this pattern, it continued for years. Honestly, into my early 20s, where I was just starting to go out into the workforce and stuff like that. And I was just even then there'd be the girl in the office that I'm friends with that I secretly liked. And every single time the same pattern repeated. I'd invest emotionally, I'd spend a bunch of time with them, but it would never go anywhere. And I'd never admit how I felt, and I'd feel awful. And that's all that's there for you. If you're in a similar situation where you think maybe someday it will change, maybe she'll see you for who you really are, if you hang in there long enough, it's so dangerous. It convinces you that you're not enough. It destroys your self-esteem. So for me, I had to make a change. It was around 21-ish, maybe a little bit before that. I fundamentally just stopped. I was okay, like an addict. I was I'm going cold turkey. I can't trust myself not to be this kind of simpy friend with women that I'm secretly in love with. So I was no, we're just not going to do that anymore. So I just almost made this blanket rule of I'm not being friends with girls for a little while. And you know what? It had some pretty cool effects. One I definitely didn't expect either. But first and foremost, it started to give me that sense of self-respect back because I was no longer lying to myself. I was no longer playing a role. I was actually able to speak honestly and fully with the people I was around. I didn't have to tiptoe around, try and get covert amounts of affection from the closest girlfriend. No. Instead, what happened was, well, I can't be friends with girls. I guess I need to be friends with guys. And this was probably the period of best development for me. Because when I was younger, I was friends with more girls than guys. I was quite soft, I was quite feminine, and I was bullied. So I missed out on some of that masculine camaraderie that comes with those teenage years. And because that was also unattractive to women, because they kind of want that. They want a guy that is close with other guys, that has that masculine spirit to him. And I'd rejected all of that. So when I started then being friends with men again, it was just the best period for me. I ended up becoming, even just physically, my body changed and I started looking more masculine, acting more masculine. And it just started to imbue all of my body and it just changed me in ways I never expected. And that would never have come if I hadn't have gone cold turkey. And yeah, there'll be people raging at me, oh no, you should be friends with girls. I'm yeah, there are benefits to being friends with girls, for sure. You get used to being around women, don't treat them as aliens to us. Potentially they can set you up with a friend. But if I'm honest, if you're like me, and you're probably the needy, insecure guy, it causes so many problems being in love with the girl that you actually just meant to be friends with. It stops you having that activation energy to go off into the world and meet other people. It's not good. It held me back for years because I was just hoping and praying one of these girls would finally take an interest in me. And it never happened. But you know what happened after I embraced my more masculine side? Started being friends with men and made that the primary pursuit of my social life. Girls became interested. What are the chances? Wild. But I'm not even surprised. And I've seen this play out with a bunch of guys now. They think that taking that soft and tender route, rejecting masculinity in any form, helps them with dating if they can just get cozy with girls. But I've never seen it work out. It definitely didn't for me. and it won't for you either. And this is a tough message, but you need to get that strength to kind of go cold turkey. Like, stop using all of your time and dedication into friendships that aren't friendships for you, that are internally telling you you're not enough. You don't deserve her, because that's what you're communicating. Otherwise, you'd tell her how you feel. Like, it's a pipe dream. I'm sorry, but you deserve better. Respect yourself enough to leave these friendships behind that are not really friendships. Like, they're not. They're a facade. She gets validation. You get closeness to a girl. It's not good enough for you. You deserve better, right? And if you want to turn yourself into that man, because right now I can be friends with girls. Like, I went through the phase and now I've come back again. It's like, you just kind of need to go cold turkey for a bit and then you can integrate that back. But if you want to be the man that is able to go cold turkey and then start to attract women, well, I created a really cool model. It's based off 10 years of me working on myself, working with guys from all over the world, helping them get the relationships they've always wanted. And it comes down to 3 simple skills. So if you want to know what they are, check out this video and I will give you my roadmap to how you can get a girlfriend in 2025.